back to Tune Into Tarot, and today I will be discussing the April 2021 Tarot forecast for all Virgo Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. All right, so we'll get started. So just at first glance at the reading for April, we have two reversed pentacle cards, which indicates money. So I do see that possibly this month we will be spending more money than we're bringing in. So it might be it might be prudent for us to just kind of keep an eye on what we are spending our money on, and perhaps look at cutting some of those costs or expenditures if it's not completely essential for our happiness. And we also have a Eight of Swords card, which is all about limiting beliefs. So I kind of see a bit of a scarcity mindset taking shape this month potentially, but we'll go into the week to week and dig in more to each card. So the first week we have the Ten of Pentacles reversed, and in the upright position this card indicates prosperity and financial abundance, and almost the sense that like you've made it. You have money literally raining down from the sky, and it indicates like a happy home life. Like you've got the house, the family, the kids, the white picket fence, the cars, the toys, the RV, the grill in the back. You've got it all, and you've just manifested an amazing life. So in the reverse position, it might be fairly expected to see that that the money is not raining down from the sky, but it's sort of raining out of your pockets and out of your hands. So again, just kind of watch what you are spending your money on, and truly tune into whether or not it's actually important to you. And I in my own personal life, I'm thinking like, okay, how many subscriptions am I attached to? Like, do I really need a subscription to Pandora and Spotify? Yes. Do I really need a subscription to my fashion, like stylist box that comes once a month with clothes for me to try on? And then you send back the ones the pieces you don't like. I mean, not really. I probably don't need that. But in any case, it's important to just kind of take a glance at what you are spending your money on, and again, if it's truly relevant and truly important to your happiness. Now, the other thing with the Ten of Pentacles reversed is I've seen it read in one reading by a tarot reader and a channeler that I respect very much. His name is Esoteric Sky on YouTube, and I encourage all of you to check him out because he just channels some really amazing wisdom and insights. But I've seen him look at the Ten of Pentacles as ancestors, because it indicates home and lineage, and you can literally see these orbs suspended in the air, almost like spirits. And so this might be, so in the upright version, it's like your ancestors are either trying to communicate with you, or they're a big part of your life in the first week. However, in the reverse position, I might read this as there's a disconnect between you and your ancestors. Like maybe they are trying to send you a message or communicate with you, but you're somehow blocked from receiving those messages, or you've just never thought to be open to receiving messages from kind of other realms besides like the earthly realm. So this might be a time where you look into opening up a channel between you and your ancestors, whether you maybe do participate in a mind-altering journey to open your mind to something like that, or if you actually see a channeler or a medium who can help you connect to your ancestors and can kind of convey what your ancestors are trying to communicate to you. But I see that as possibly being an important part of this month, is tapping into what your ancestors are trying to communicate to you. Yeah. Now, the other way that this could play out is the upright version of this card is kind of like your traditional, like a traditional way of looking at a happy home life. Like I said, where you have the home, family, marriage, dog, cat, So in the reverse position, this might be more of an unconventional home life, or an unconventional or unorthodox way of looking at success almost, or looking at, like what you want to manifest. Maybe there's an unorthodox way of getting there. So that's something to tune into. In the second week, we have the Knight of Cups, and this is considered kind of the romantic of the tarot. The Knights always indicate action and motivation, and the Cups indicate the heart, or heart-based feelings and emotions. So this might be someone that comes in the second week and sweeps you off your feet. It could be a new love interest. It could be an old love interest. It could be possibly the person you communicate with, you hire to channel the communication between your ancestors and yourself. I see it as someone who might be a support person, like a friend possibly, or just some kind of connection that comes in that can support you in an emotional way and in a creative way, because the Cups can also indicate creativity. The Knight of Cups is someone who's incredibly loving and sees beauty in all things. And he's very in touch with his emotions and his feelings. So yeah, I see this as kind of a support person that comes in and can help you kind of navigate whatever blocks are happening between your finances possibly, or connecting to your ancestors. Yeah. Now, in the third week, we have the Ace of Pentacles, and this is in the reverse position as well. So again, this is indicating, like that pentacle falling out of the hand. So it could be a loss of money, or investments that are not returning the value, or you're losing money on the investment. It often, as an ace, will indicate new business ventures, or a start to something new, or a new project of some kind. And so in the reverse position, it's maybe not being received as favorably as you might want, or it's not like taking off as quickly as you might want. But one thing just from my own personal life that I kind of want to speak to is regarding the ancestors. I was recently just listening to a audio clip from an astrology reading that I had done recently, and I am a Virgo, so I'm like really tapped into this reading. So in the astrology reading, the astrologer was saying that I have a strong 12th house, and the 12th house is all about kind of other worldly realms and psychic phenomena, and just anything unseen. It's the dream world. It's kind of traveling, astral travel, and that kind of thing. And it also rules ancestors. And so she was saying, I have a strong 12th house. My sun is there. My Mercury is there. And so she was saying, like, she was like, I'm not sure, Jasmine, if you've ever felt pulled or called to communicate with your ancestors, but they are trying. It would be wise for me to try to connect with them as to hear what messages they might have. She said it will help me in my path and kind of making decisions, and it will just be beneficial for my success. And so I'm wondering if this might be a creative project or a business project that you're trying to get off the ground, and maybe by communicating with your ancestors via the Knight of Cups, you might be able to, flip this right side up so that it actually grows roots and can grow and expand much more favorably or organically. So that's kind of what I'm seeing with the Ace of Pentacles. But again, it could just be that you're spending more money at this point, and you need to take a good look at what you're spending your money on and try to rein things in a little bit. I'm also seeing this as well, and we'll actually talk about the last card before I talk about what I was just going to say. So in the last position in the reading, we have the Eight of Swords, and this card is all about feeling trapped and confined and limited. It's often will have to do with limited beliefs, like your own self-limiting beliefs, because while she appears to be trapped, actually there's a gap between the swords behind her. So if she was able to remove the blindfold and unbind her hands, she would be able to leave the confines of this the swords. But she's taking on more of a victim mentality, which is not something you want to do. So I'm kind of thinking that either she's feeling confined or restricted by her current circumstances, like maybe she's feeling like she doesn't have enough money, or I mean a lot of people are out of work right now, so maybe she just feels like, you know, things are hopeless. But it's important right now to really show your appreciation and gratitude for what you do have, and to just see how far you've come in life and what you do have, and where you're heading, to be grateful for what you do have, because I think that is important if you're feeling a sense of lack. And also it's important to change your thoughts, to replace your negative thoughts with positive ones. Even if you can't fully get on board with the positive mentality, the more you shift your thoughts into the positive realm, the more positive things will happen for you. So yeah, so she might be feeling confined by the money situation. I can also see this as sort of feeling bound by your responsibilities in the home, or your responsibilities in relationship potentially, and your responsibilities with your work or your creative endeavors, that maybe it's just kind of taking up so much of your energy and your time that you're feeling like kind of trapped by all of that responsibility, and it's not allowing you to, you know, feel free and open and able to like go do things. You're feeling kind of constrained and bound to your home or your projects or your relationship. So one message that's kind of coming through with this is it might be a good idea this month to try to engage in activities that are unusual for you, that are not part of your daily routine. That kind of takes you out of your grind, that daily grind. Definitely get outside, like get out of your house, explore something new, a new hike maybe. Try to connect with people and not remain so isolated and so bound to your responsibilities. I think just let go a little bit more and try to explore and get out and freshen up your daily routines, because I feel like it's really making you feel bound and constrained and trapped in a sense. Even if it's like you want to put effort into these areas, it's very constricting. So although we do have Saturn, as a Virgo, we do have Saturn in our 6th house currently, and Saturn is a planet of challenges, and it can often just kind of be like this wet blanket. And so to have that in our 6th house of work, health, and daily routines, I can see that it can just make your work feel very heavy and constrictive, and restricting, like you're just kind of nose to the grindstone and chugging away or chipping away at all that you want to accomplish. So yeah, kind of get out of your normal routines if you can and try something new. I think that will be helpful. Connect with your ancestors if that resonates with you. It'll be interesting to see what happens with the Knight of Cups, if it's a new romantic interest or just someone helpful that comes in to help connect you or navigate the financial situation, or a channel for your ancestors. Yeah, so actually, I don't think it'll be such a terrible month, but when I first pulled these cards, I was like, oh geez, no money and limiting beliefs, it's gonna be tough. But actually, as the interpretations came out, it seems a little bit more positive. So thank you, Virgo, for checking in today, tuning in, and please like this video. It does help on YouTube to just disperse it to the right people. So give this video a like, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and share this video with any Virgos or anyone you think might take interest in this type of information. And thank you again, and I'll talk to you next month.